Yo guys, we are finally going to finish this Danganronpa morality tier list series with V3, and today we're just going to rank these characters, but also at the end we're going to rank every character on this newly made tier list with the 5 categories. I did ask for suggestions on what categories I should make, and you guys said it would be good to make a 3 grade category. So we got a grade good, we got a grade neutral, and we got a grade bad. And that just splits up the characters a bit more. And this will especially look good for when we have all the characters together, because there's just so many characters. It's good to have them in 5 categories rather than bunching them all up in 3. But let's just get started with the V3 tier list here. First up we got Shuichi, and he's good. He didn't really do anything bad. He had moments of depression and stuff, but again, how does that make you any less good? Just had his downtime moments, but I can't think of anything bad that he did. But next up we got Kokichi, and yeah, no, he's going in bad. You can say you got manipulated all you want. This man killed 100 people, or he was about to kill 100 people in total. And yeah, no, I just can't take that. No matter what manipulation he went through, no, bad. Next we got Kibo, and Kibo again, pretty good. I'd say I'd put him above Shuichi. It is hard to say with Kibo because in chapter 6 or chapter 5 he gets his antenna knocked off and he does change a bit. I still say he's good, but obviously he's not as friendly with the characters. You know, he's not siding with them as much. But either way, I still think he acted with the best interest in mind for everyone. So I'd say he's good. And then we have Kaede, and Kaede is an interesting one. You know, you might say, okay, she tried to kill someone, right? But the thing is, I wouldn't put her like anywhere here, because she tried to kill the Mastermind. You know, the Mastermind, that is like one of the craziest people. Of course you want to kill the Mastermind. You know, they're trapping you in the school. I would not say that's a bad action at all. Not in the slightest. That would still keep you in this good category. What may not be as good is like, I don't know, she has some weird comments. She's kind of like Kazuichi, where I feel like she could go here just because of like some of her weird comments. I feel like towards Samugi there's a lot of weird ones. But yeah, that, and I mean, she doesn't reveal herself right away, but I think that's because she wants to boost Shuichi's confidence. So yeah, I don't know, either good or grade good. It's very hard to say. I think I'd still put her in good. I don't know, we'll see. When I do the tier list with everyone, I will definitely switch things up. So none of these characters will be in this like same order, especially throughout the first 2 games, since I made those beforehand. But yeah, next we got Kokichi, and oh boy, I might get flamed for this, but I think he's in grade neutral. I know a lot of you guys are gonna be like, what are you doing? This guy's clearly in the bottom 2 categories. I don't know what you're doing with him high up in this 3rd category right here, but this is the thing. If you really think about what Kokichi did, he didn't do that many bad things. I mean, really, just go through the game, and I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, what did he really do that was so wrong? The way he came across while doing some things, you know, that's what makes him, that's what's weird. That's what puts him down. That's why he's not in the top 2 categories. There's no way I can do that, because it's just the way he portrays himself. It causes a lot of uncertainty. He causes distrust. He causes fear. That's why he can't go at the top, or even the 2nd category. But at the end of the day, he's trying to stop the killing game. He just had his own weird way of doing it. So I feel like grade neutral is an okay placement here. You could maybe bump him to the top of this category, but I'm going to stick him here for now. And then we have Ganta. And okay, this is going to be interesting too, because I think Ganta could potentially go in the same category. Could. And, you know, he's leaning more here, obviously. But let me give my stance on why he could be here. Okay, everything before chapter 4 and his killing, like him killing Miyu, bro, he'd be here, bro. He'd be, yeah, he'd probably be like there. This is the problem though, that chapter 4 killing. If you think about what's going on there, that's pretty insane. The whole point of that chapter is to show that, you know, Ganta's not as dumb as people make him out to be. You know, he makes his own choices. And although, you know, there's kind of some portrayal with Kokichi manipulating him, at the end of the day, what they're trying to say is Ganta made his own choice. And that choice was to literally eliminate everyone so they wouldn't know the truth of the outside world. And deciding the lives of everyone like that's insane. That's like what Aoi did, but I guess in this case, it's not as bad because he's doing it for everyone's sake, while Aoi was obviously being selfish with their emotions and stuff. She was doing that for Sakura's sake, obviously. But if you really think about that, man, trying to kill everyone just so they don't learn the truth of the outside world, that's insane. I don't know, to me that's crazy, like that you could do that. Even if it's for the benefit of everyone. Oh my god. Like that alone, you know, he could go here, definitely. He could go to the second category. I can see that. It's a bit hard to say. Obviously, once I put down that whole tier list with everyone, I'll change placements. But for now, I'm just gonna put him above Kokichi in this tier. Next up, we got Maki. And about 2 seconds ago, I was gonna say Maki was actually like here, despite her being an assassin, because she was a really wholesome person with, like, you know, taking care of the kids from the orphanage or wherever she was. But then I remembered chapter 5. You know, she was pretty good in the killing game. She didn't do anything too horrible. I know she choked Kokichi, but that doesn't really matter. I mean, dude, it's Kokichi. And I don't think was she trying to kill him? Maybe, actually. Which, that would be kind of bad already. But then, ooh, chapter 5. Guys, am I going crazy? Or didn't Maki do something similar to Aoi? Is that not true? I think she did. I forgot, but I think she did, right? Something like that. Where it was like she's trying to kill a whole bunch of people in the cast by getting the choice wrong. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but she did something. So this is a very unconfident placement for me, but I'm gonna put her in gray bad for now. Next up we have Kirumi, and Kirumi is an interesting one. I would say gray, actually. Like, right there, actually. Just splitting up Ganta and Kokichi, the chapter 4 duo. Here's the interesting thing with Kirumi. I feel like a lot of people forget this. You know, when she went to kill Ryoma, yes, Ryoma, you know, willingly died. He's like, okay, Kirumi, you can kill me. He literally does that. Yes. And Kirumi, you know, her motive was her people. But a lot of people, like, construe that, like, I guess misunderstand that or just forget that she didn't really end up killing for her people. Like, yes, that is her motive, but at the end, they imply that she just kind of killed to get out. Like, she used that as an excuse. You know, even at the end, she tried to manipulate the cast in saving herself and letting everyone else die to just get out herself. And in a sense, I mean, the way she was just scared of dying and just getting that opportunity to kill from Ryoma, you know, I wouldn't say she's quite here. Just because of the circumstances, right? I'd say she's more around the gray area, despite her killing. It's just the way she was easily presented with the kill, and, you know, the person literally consented to dying. It's a strange one to rank, but I would say it's in this gray neutral area. Next we got Kaito. Kaito does do some things that I don't like punching Shuichi, but nothing he does is really bad in any way. Obviously punching Shuichi is bad, but nothing to get him lower down the ranks. He's still a good person at heart. He just has some impulsive actions. But yeah, nothing bad at all. And then we got Ryoma. Oh boy, V3 has a lot of these gray neutral characters for me, and the reason why I say this, okay, I'll probably put him lower. Yes, he killed many people, but it is so understandable that he did that. I know that's weird to say, but think about that. Like, they killed his girlfriend, they killed his family. Like, you know, the revenge kill kind of just makes sense. Like, you understand why he did that. And when you just talk to him in this killing school life, he seems like a very chill person. You know, there's nothing wrong with him. He's a very reasonable guy. And I feel like just the circumstances of what he went through makes me put him in this gray neutral spot. I can't see him go any lower. Alright, next up we have Angie. And Angie's interesting because I feel the same way I do with Kokichi about her. Where she tries to do, like, good things, but the way she does it is just not that good. And that's why she's going in the gray good category, because the way she does things, like, you know, destroying the flashback light, I don't think she can make that choice for everyone, you know? Like, that's quite a bad thing to do, but her heart is in the right place. At least that's what it felt like to me. She was trying to help everyone in her own way. It's just not really a good way to do it, like, you know, manipulating people with, like, the student council thing. Just not good, but I don't think it's enough for her to go in this gray neutral area, because, again, I mean, she doesn't do anything too bad. I mean, breaking the flashlight is bad, and, you know, the student council thing, it's still bad, but, you know, like, these people, or at least these two, or these three, I mean, they killed. This guy, obviously, he's Angie taken to the extreme. I feel like Kokichi's a more extreme version of Angie, which is why I'm putting Angie here. But yeah, didn't do anything that bad overall. Next up, we got Himiko. Ooh, okay. I'm actually gonna toss her in the same category as Angie, but above Angie. And you might be thinking, why is that? Shouldn't she be in the good category? Only reason I'm doing this is chapter 2, the magic trick. The fact that she would not reveal the magic trick like right away, that's pretty bad, because come on, we need to live. And you're making us go through all these deductions without revealing the trick, just because it's magic and a magician has to keep a secret. And yeah, that's kind of bad. That's why I'm not putting her in the top category, because that's kind of bad. Other than that, yeah, she's a pretty good person. And next we have Rantaro. Rantaro is interesting because my guy died like super early. We really didn't get to know much about him at all. I'd say even comparing him to the other first victims, like, this guy definitely got the least out of the main 48 characters. But yeah, I guess if you include FDEs, like, he's a pretty good guy. So yeah, he's good. Where do I put him? Yeah, probably like here. He's a good guy. Not much to say. Man just died. so yeah. There we go. Tenko. Yeah, Tenko. Again, the way she treats Himiko is just kind of weird to me. I never really liked that. The same thing with Kazuichi. Again, a lot of these characters you can compare to Kazuichi. But again, if I put her like, yeah, would I put her there? She's also sexist, and it comes from a place of just gullibleness, I guess. Yeah, just being gullible. But yeah, that's kind of bad still. Yeah, I guess I'd put her here. It's hard to say, but hey, look, we got this trio. Just realized. I don't know, I always think of these three as a trio in my head, so that's kind of cool. But next is Miyu. And where's my cursor? There it is. Okay. Yeah, Miyu I'm going to put in probably this category, actually. The gray bad. Okay, and the reason Miyu is here is because she was really ready to kill. Well, I wouldn't say too ready. I do think she hesitated a bit, but she had a whole plan ready. And when you look at her plan compared to the plans of other culprits, I guess, I don't know, hers just feels a bit more colder. Like, Kaede's, okay, she's trying to get rid of the Mastermind. Kirumi's just came from, you know, Ryoma volunteering himself. Okay, Karakyo's in bad for a reason. Ganta trying to do the best for everyone. And yeah, the Kaito Kokichi thing, that's literally trying to stop the killing game. Miyu over here, yeah, she just tried to kill and escape with a premeditated plan. I do think she was a bit hesitant, but I don't think that's enough to put her in the gray neutral for me. And finally, we got the Mastermind herself. And this is interesting, right? Because the end of V3, we don't really know what's true and what isn't. And it's kind of crazy to think about, but if you are to believe what they're saying is true, and how everyone wanted this killing game, like the whole world literally wanted these people to kill each other, and how these people volunteer to do that, then, you know, can you really put her in bad? You know, if we're living in that world, can you really put her in bad? Everyone's volunteering to do this. It's like, okay, she's not that bad if that's the case. So it's kind of weird, but I don't know, I'll go with my interpretation. because I don't really believe that's true. And if that's the case, then yeah, she's pretty evil. That's it. She's like very evil. So yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird to rank her, isn't it? I guess if it was true, like where would I put her? That's an interesting question. Because either way, it's just messed up. Like thinking about it, just that whole world of wanting that, because they're so bored. It's like a peaceful world. I can't even imagine that. it's so messed up. Maybe I'd have to put her here just because of how that world is. Maybe here as well. Definitely not going in here. Oh my god, none of these two. Oh no. Yeah, but I'm just gonna put her there because I think it's messed up either way. So yeah. That's my list. I guess we can now go to my complete tier list. So yeah, I don't know what changes I made. Here it is. There are probably quite a few changes from my previous 2 videos, and maybe even some changes in this video. But if you have any questions about the list, you can definitely comment it down below. I will try to answer. And please remember, this tier list, you know, it's not set. It's not set in stone. I probably didn't think too much about it. And again, I haven't played the games that recently, so I can't remember every little detail to make my judgments here. A lot of these are just going off of intuition. But yeah, you guys can definitely comment down what you think is right about my placements, what's wrong about my placements, and I'll even comment back telling you what I would switch based on your comments. So, you know, I might tell you, oh, maybe Byakuya goes down, or maybe Ryoma goes up, like stuff like that, based on what you guys say. So you guys can kind of convince me in these comments to change my placements of some of these characters. But yeah, that's gonna be it. I'll see you guys later.